Air signs, this week it looks as though the fifth house of creativity and romance is aspected. And look at the keyword there, egotism. We've got Mars there, which could indicate a little bit of tension. I've got a little feline help today. So it looks like you are playing something quite close to your chest. It feels as though you're keeping things bottled up. Something that is kind of grating on you. And the universe really wants you to have a difficult conversation, and it might just be, you know, honey, this is really annoying me, and can we figure out what we can both do to change? Something like, it doesn't have to be big, but there is just some endless cycle here that really the universe wants you to break free of. So there is the urge here to try something new this week, to let go of some old grudge, some old behavior. Maybe there are sacrifices to make on both sides so that you can meet in the middle romantically or in a creative endeavor. Something isn't quite working, and it really is time with the World card here to let it go and stop kind of perpetuating a cycle that is probably making you a little bit grumpy or out of sorts. It's just not ideal. Interestingly, the energy to leave behind this week is that of collaboration. So maybe you're bending over backwards a bit too much to accommodate someone else here. Now, the energy to lean towards is the moon. So this is bringing out things that you've been suppressing, your hidden feelings into the open, which I really do get from this Four of Pentacles card. You've been keeping everything in and keeping it a secret. It's sort of time to embrace the secrets, express them so that they're no longer kind of hidden. You don't want to be all passive aggressive. So let's see what else the universe wants you to know about this. There is fresh thinking ahead. There are new ideas. There are solutions to whatever this is. There is clarity. This could be a brainwave of how to fix things. Remember, it is about trying new approaches to an old problem that seems to be indicated here. Now, you may have to wait for the results to pay off. It might not be instant, but look, here comes somebody apologizing or meeting you halfway emotionally. So it feels like whatever communication you have, you might not see results immediately, but it will bear fruit. Miracles are afoot in your life where this matter is concerned. You are about to shine. And look at this, a win-win outcome is forecast. So don't sit around keeping things locked up, keeping it all to yourself. The energy here seems very clear. It is time to get stuff out in the open, get it off your chest, get some fresh thinking in the mix, and be prepared to wait for a little bit. It might not be immediate, but there is this beautiful win-win and a miracle occurring in your emotional or romantic or creative life this week. So I hope that helps. And now to look at the energy for all signs for the week ahead. So you are getting the message at the moment to pay attention to what you value in life, the second house there. Jupiter wants to expand your sense of what is valuable, precious to you. Now you can see the keyword is status, because that is kind of a Jupiterian kind of vibe, being a bit greedy for status, for the shiny golden things. Now, you might want to look at your own second house. If you know your rising sign, this is the very next door house. I've got Virgo rising, so my second house of what I value is Libra, which means in terms of finances, I'm often striving for balance, but swinging wildly between opposites. And it means I quite like spending money on pretty things. So I might be a bit superficial, and I might value things that will enhance my appearance or be pretty to look at in my home. Now, so find out your rising sign, think about the next sign along, and see how the flavor of that sign might impact what you value and how you value the things in your life. But Jupiter there is asking you to expand your view of what is important, because there is some tension here around a feeling of lack, maybe, that you might be experiencing. And I asked for more information about what this problem is, and it seems to be You are a prisoner of your own mind here. And this does speak to status anxiety. It does speak to comparing yourself to other people, measuring yourself against the wrong ruler, and really focusing on things that aren't really vital to you. And the advice really is to let go of these old ideas. Just get rid of them. They're out of date. It's sort of like, financial anxiety, status anxiety, needing the latest handbag, or other kind of outward signs of value that you might peacock around with. I think every human is guilty of this in some way or other, and guilty is the wrong word, but we gravitate towards, adorning ourselves, and we always have. Look, I'm wearing earrings today. It's all part of it. But if it is making you miserable, if it is giving you a headache, then that is a signal that there is something a little bit out of whack here. And I asked what the antidote to this was, and it is finding more joy, finding celebration with like-minded people, with your family and friends, gathering together to hang out and just laugh, enjoy each other's company. It is to lighten up and have fun and seek joy. And I asked what the upshot will be, and that is really leaving behind a painful situation, moving on, escaping from this sort of Eight of Swords business, the being imprisoned by your own thoughts, ideas, and ambitions maybe, and just leaving it all behind, run away. So what else does the universe want you to know about this? Well, you may well be feeling some regret for something to do with your earning power or in your values system. You might be feeling like a failure, like you're not keeping up. But you're being urged to remember that life is a journey, and there are no wrong paths. There are detours. There are maybe taking the long way home instead of the shortcut, but life is a journey, and we make our own choices every day. It's up to us. And every time you make a choice, you realign yourself. Even a 1 degree shift in your direction will take you to a very different place eventually. So it might only feel like a tiny shift, but any shift to elevate your mood, to help you align with joy is going to help. And that is sort of like the joy and the beautiful free things of life. And that old thing, the beauty of nature, your favorite pet, some craft that you might do in your own time that you really enjoy the action of doing. Really, it is time to say game over to whatever kind of treadmill you've got yourself on of trying to keep up with other people, or comparing yourself, judging by a kind of human success, which is not what we're here to do, really. We're spiritual beings who are here to experience all the joys of human life. Ice cream, whatever it is, just the feeling of stuff, the smell of the air, the sound and the feel of the water. I mean, it's all what we're here to experience. It's not really about accumulation of shit, because when it's time to go, you can't take any of that with you. It's an oldie but a goodie, it's just things left scattered on the surface of the world. And what's real, what's important is within, and it's what goes with you. So you want to get rich within in this life. And sure, we all want lovely things. I've got Libra in the second house, so you won't catch me, getting rid of the things that I love to look at. But it's about rehabituating your desires so that you enjoy looking at a flower rather than needing to look at all the fancy things that you can't afford in a glossy magazine or on a website. So I hope that helps, my darlings. That's a bit of a pep talk for all signs for the week ahead. If you would like your own personal reading on this topic or any other, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. I would love to do a reading for you, but meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.